I'm leaving on a trip to Europe soon, so I thought this would be a good opportunity to show you my strategy for keeping my credit card, money, and passport safe while I'm on the road, and hopefully give you some good tips to keep you safe on your next trip as well. There are a lot of other aspects to travel safety that I won't cover here. I just want to keep this video simple and focus on the most important things you carry when you travel internationally, which is your money and identification. The easiest thing to do to protect your money on the road is to try and prevent yourself from being a victim. And to do this, I'll give you 3 easy steps. My first tip is to keep your money and identification in 2 separate locations. And to do this, you need to carry 2 credit cards, 2 debit cards, and 2 forms of identification, either a passport and identification card, or if you're an American, usually a driver's license. You're gonna take 2 wallets on your trip. First is gonna be a daily carry wallet, something small that you take out often, used for everyday purchases. In this wallet, you're gonna store a small amount of cash, identification card, 1 credit, and 1 debit card. Your second storage option is going to be something more secure and difficult to access. Some common options for these are a wallet that goes around your neck. There's wallets that are going to loop over your belt, and money belts that go around your waist. In this wallet, you'll carry larger denominations of cash. You're going to carry your second form of identification, usually your passport, and then a second credit and debit card, usually being different accounts than your first cards. Now that you have your 2 location systems set up, my second tip is to keep these both in an inaccessible location. For your main daily carry wallet, you can either store this in a zippered pocket, or what I like to do is secure a small leash around it that I tie around my belt. Both of these actions are going to prevent other people from being able to easily get to your wallet, also prevents you from dropping or losing it. For your second wallet option, you want this to be something that's going to be almost inaccessible by other people while you're on the road. These 3 options that I showed you earlier are going to store around your neck, on your belt, or on your waist and tuck under your clothes so no one else can see them. So now that you have your 2 wallet system and they're secured in an inaccessible location, my next tip is to only take what you need for the day in your daily carry wallet. So remember earlier I had you separate your cash into these 2 locations. For example, if you go to the ATM, take out $200 or euros, you're going to take what you think you need for the day, 50 or 100, and you're going to put it in your small daily carry wallet, and anything else, larger denominations, larger amounts of money, you're going to put in your second, more secure wallet. You're going to use your everyday carry wallet, smaller denominations, small amount of money. This is what you're going to get out to use to pay for vendors if you're somewhere that takes cash. Your larger denominations, you're going to keep stowed away in your hidden wallet, tucked under your clothes, and you're not going to access this one anywhere in public. And if you do need to get something out of your secret wallet, do it somewhere not obvious, like your hotel room. Just transfer money before you leave for the day, or if you're out in public, go into a restroom somewhere where people can't see you. Another tip if you're in a cash-dominant country, especially if you have to barter or negotiate prices, is to keep even smaller separations of cash, small denominations in one pocket, slightly larger denominations in a second, and the third in a third pocket. This is especially why I like small zipper wallets like this, because they give you lots of options for separating your money. So that's my basic security setup, just a redundant way of separating your money and identification into multiple locations. Sometimes things happen on the road that you have no control of, and I think the best strategy is to just be prepared ahead of time. Because with this system, if you do lose a card, money, or ID while traveling, you're going to be in a much better place to deal with it. And if you follow my advice with the 2 separate locations, if you were to lose one of these sets, credit card, debit card, cash, identification, you now have a backup of everything else, cash, identification, credit card, debit card. You can at least use this to get yourself around town, get something to eat, or get a hotel. And if you lose one of your credit cards, it's pretty easy to just cancel that one and use the other card until you get home. It doesn't have to ruin your trip. And try not to lose your passport, but if you do lose one of your forms of identification, it's much easier to use a state-issued ID to obtain a passport, or use your passport to obtain an ID card, than it is trying to prove to the consulate who you are with 0 identification. And my final tip is, if you want to be extra secure, make copies of all your cards and identification, keep a copy with you, and give another one to a loved one. This can either mean carrying an actual photocopy, physical piece of paper with you, or taking photos of your identification card, passport, credit cards and storing them in an encrypted file like a Google Drive and sharing it with someone you trust. This way you have a backup of everything. You know your credit card numbers, you have your bank phone numbers, so you can call and cancel your cards if you have to, and worst case scenario, having a photocopy of your passport is better than having nothing at all. So that's all I have for this overview on how to keep your money safe when you're traveling. If you have any tips or tricks that I didn't talk about or something that you like to do, I'd love to hear about it. And again, if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. And thanks for watching.